Hi, this is Arzan Khambatta. I call myself an architect by profession, a sculptor by choice. I have been sculpting since 1982, right after my 10th standard exams. Started purely as a hobby, but then the pieces grew. After several shows, solo shows, group shows, and a lot of proud islands around Mumbai city, I have established myself as a sculptor who generally reacts to the environment, designs and creates works which are specific to the site. So basically, public art to me is art which can be seen by every person living in the city. The person need not step into a gallery. The person need not step into shows or openings or enclosed spaces where art is being exhibited. Public art is art which can be seen on the streets, on traffic islands, on your stations, at airports. It is open for each and everyone to see without being elitist and being shut off behind galleries. And this, according to me, is lacking in our city. Although things have picked up, you see a lot more public sculptures right now than what they were 20 years back. But yet, we need to put a lot more contemporary art out on the streets for people to realize what is happening in the world today. And that is, I think, where public art is and where we are headed in the city. Look at any culture, look at any history. It is nothing without its art. The culture's history and art is what actually portrays it and how they lived and how they sort of flourished in that era. We have to prove ourselves as a city and put out some very good art for the world to notice, for tourists to notice, and for Mumbai to be put on the world art map as a city where you can go to see good contemporary works of art. I've been doing sculptures which are 20 feet, 30 feet, 15 feet tall all over. But to me, I feel very proud when the sculpture is on a traffic island, because when I drive past, I can look at it, and it's a very proud moment to see that I've got about 5 traffic islands in Mumbai itself. IndusInd Bank approached me to make their logo, which is the Indus Valley Bull, into a sculpture. And it's there on the junction of Worli, where you have the Hinduja House, the Tau Art Gallery, Eden Hall, where the Haji Ali stretch starts. And it looks wonderful in the traffic island, very powerful, and anyone who passes by definitely can get a good glimpse of it and see that it is not only a bull, but it is a semi-abstraction of a bull, and that triggers ideas in the people who see art that this also can be done. That's the idea. Now, in terms of my Flamingos, which I put just 15 days back, this is when I took it forward and I said, okay, look, we'll do a sculpture which has minimum imprint on the island, and let's do maximum greenery, which is what the city requires more than sculptures. It's got 16 feet flamingos, 2 of them, very contemporary design. And for the first time, I've painted my sculptures bright pink, literally bright pink, because I realized that area is very drab, it's dusty, it's got go-downs, it's got truck traffic and all that. But now with the freeway opening, with the harbour link opening, the road going to the Ro-Ro terminal, that area is going to be very well noticed, and hence I think it's a superb location to have my flamingos there. I was talking to an artist some time back, and he told me, saying, contemporary rakhega to how will the common man appreciate it? So, I mean, that is a very false thinking. I told him, I said, in terms of your cars, in terms of your mobiles, in terms of your pens that you use, are you still using something that was used 30 years back? No. People want to upgrade into their design. And the reason why they're upgrading is because they're seeing the upgrade. We have to update the art as well. And the only way to update is to put it out in public, let the common people see it, appreciate it. It's okay if it's not liked by everyone. Art never is liked by everyone. But if we don't force it on the public, it's not going to work. We cannot say that the public will not understand it and stick to what was done 50, 100 years back. I think the better thing is happening is there's a group of people who are now doing the biennales and the triennales. Now that will boost things forward. One of the best steps that has been taken in terms of the art in Mumbai is by the Ghoda Association. If you see the Ghoda art fair which has been happening, absolutely a phenomenal art fair. It's very sad that it only happens for 7 days and then stops, you know. But in terms of art in every respect, whether it's fashion or sculpture or paintings or photography or performance art, that is the epitome of a festival that you can say where Mumbai is able to enjoy all these aspects absolutely free of charge. Absolutely free of charge. And gained so much in popularity, they had to expand the venues. First, when I remember it was started ages back, we only were in Rampart Row in Colaba. Now it's gone to Oval Maidan, now it's gone to Horniman Circle. That is the kind of response. So you see how much people want to see art, how much people want to experience art. We should take a clue from that and push forward for more contemporary stuff in the city. Use our beautiful buildings, use the fountain area, use the Colaba area for maybe blocking off vehicular traffic for some time, only pedestrianizing it and making it into beautiful squares like you see in Europe, you know, where there are performers, there is food happening, there's some music happening somewhere. And why can't we do this on every weekend so it becomes a proper tourist hub? You know, so that the capacity is tremendous. As being part of the MCAMC, we have been talking to corporators. We've been trying to educate corporators into what is good art, what doesn't work, and what they should move away from. It will not take a day to change it. It's a whole mindset. And if we don't start right now, it will never change. We'll still stick to the same art that we've been doing ages back. So it's a slow step to gather public, to show them what art is. Of course, now internet's open, they can go through the galleries of the world and all that. But how many of people know that they should be looking at art galleries? So that is where education in schools is very important right now, where the children should be taught about contemporary art and how to look at it. Mind you, it is equally important to see what our ancestors did. In terms of our cultural, architectural heritage, we are absolutely number one in the world, I would say. The kind of rich temples and palaces and art that we have got. But then there was a full stop. We got lost somewhere, and then we started just borrowing from everywhere from the West. So continuing with this idea, I would like the public to have a look around in their areas, if not in their areas, in other areas, and suggest what can be done. I think it's very important for the public to write in as well, you know, and then we can actually see as to where the trend is moving towards, what is in their mind, and what the urban designers need to incorporate to sort of make their life better. And who better than the public themselves to tell us what they want. There is a dearth for contemporary art in Mumbai, there is a dearth for public art in Mumbai, but we are in a much better state than we were 20-25 years back. At least you see a lot of stuff around now. So I feel creating a good aesthetic environment around the city. Right now at a point when the city is getting the coastal road, we are getting our Trans-Ocean Harbour Link, we are getting our metro. I think this is the right time to introduce art which is at that level. Art which is in level with every other place in Europe or USA or UK or wherever. They have had it out in the open for last 80 years, and I think it's about time that we catch up and we beautify these open spaces with our sculptures and other art.